Good morning, Principal, Vice Principals, teachers, and fellow schoolmates. I'm Kate. In the early May, we visit Singapore. We are going to share a learning experience in 4 aspects, which are environment, history and culture, urban design, and education. Let's start with environment.
Hello, I'm Jason from 4B. Let's move on to the environmental facilities. First, the Singapore Wetland Park. Singapore was first opened as a nature park in 1993. The park has been expanded to include 202 hectares of mangroves, mudflats, ponds, and forests. You can explore the nature by choosing different walk trails in the park. You can observe mangroves, birds, tree climbing crabs, spiders, and butterflies there. If you are lucky, you may see a crocodile too. Second, the New Water Visitor Center. Do you want to try new water? It's produced from treated used water. But don't worry, the water is surprisingly ultra clean and safe to drink. Now, Singapore have 5 new water plants which can now meet up to 40% of the nation's current water needs. There is an internal operation of new water plants which is a kind of advanced water treatment technology to renew the sewage. Here are some photos when we were exploring the center. Third, the Marine Barrage. It was Singapore's 15th reservoir. It provides water storage, flood control, and recreation. It plays an important role to elevate flooding in some of the lower lying areas of the island. This is the rooftop of Marine Barrage. It's a solar park. It's one of the largest collections of solar panels in Singapore for lighting at the barrage during the day. It also provides a space for family fun. The view of sunsets is beautiful there. Fourth, the Garden by the Bay. The Garden by the Bay is part of the strategy by the Singapore government to transform Singapore from a garden city to a city in a garden. These stunning man-made supersized trees all around the garden. At the evening, a light show will be held at the garden. We enjoy the show very much.
Thursday. Hello, I'm Kelly. In a Singapore trip, we visited a lot of historical and cultural sites, and they are all amazing. We visited the Singapore Merlion, which was decided in 1964. It is standing tall and 8.6 meters high and weighs as heavy as 70 tons. The Merlion is a well-known marketing icon of Singapore. Its name combines mer and lion. The mer means the sea. The fish body represents Singapore's origin as a fishing village, and the lion head represents Singapore's original name, Singapore, meaning the Lion City. We also visit the Chinatown. Chinatown is located in the central area of Singapore. It is a well-renowned tourist site, and it attracts tourists around the globe. Chinatown has had a historically concentrated ethnic Chinese population, and we brought a lot of souvenirs from the Chinatown. Buddha Tooth Relic Temple and Museum is a Buddhist temple and museum complex located in the Chinatown district of Singapore. The temple is based on Tang Dynasty architectural style, and the temple exhibits the tooth of the Buddha. Since its opening, the temple has become a popular attraction within Chinatown. And we also explored the Indian culture in Little India. Many visitors came and experienced that special culture. And we could see many stores selling the wreaths, which means the flowers. In India, people go to the temple with the wreath to show their respect. And the henna is extremely beautiful. As a part of Hindu and weddings, henna is applied during the wedding ceremonies. Sultan Mosque is one of the country's most impressive religious buildings, and we enjoy a great variety of delicious food there, such as the yogurt and it is the Singapore-style snack ice cream sandwiches. The Hainanese chicken rice is a common Chinese rice dish in Singapore. And this is a traditional Singapore-style breakfast: the gayam toast, soft-boiled eggs, and the kopi wing, which is like the milk tea. These are all really delicious, and they really worth trying.
I'm going to focus on urban design of Singapore. Although Singapore is a very small nation, it is well developed and had a good urban planning. I visited Singapore City Gallery and Land Transport Gallery in order to study the urban design in Singapore. Singapore City Gallery was first opened in 1999. It tells the story of Singapore's physical transformation over the past 50 years. This is the central area model, which is the highlight of Singapore City Gallery. It is an 11-meter by 10-meter architectural model of central Singapore, modeled at the scale of 1:400. The model is frequently updated and used by Urban Redevelopment Authority architects as a working model of the area to simulate new growth areas and discuss options between community, developers, and government. There are many buildings in Singapore which have the architectural designs of City in the Garden. For example, Oasia Hotel is covered with plants as an environmental friendly design. We also visit Land Transport Gallery. It's over a learning experience about the evolution of Singapore's land transport system in a fun and interactive way. We try to take the past major transports. Then we experience the transformation of transportation from the past to nowadays. Nowadays, Singapore has a well-developed railway system called MRT. Cycling is also encouraged in Singapore.
Alright, I'm Brian from 5A, and I'm going to introduce you guys about the Singapore Institute of Management and the Singapore Science Centre. SIM is Singapore's largest provider of private tertiary education and professional training and was founded by the Singapore Economic Development Board in 1964. It offers diploma. It offers diploma, undergraduate and postgraduate programs, as well as the executive education courses. In the campus, there are many artistic graffiti on the walls with flying colors. It also has the library that consists of the largest zone for economics and management. And as for catering, it provides 5 eating outlets in the campus. Other facilities like athletics gym, students' lounge, wellness center, and even the tennis court are also available for the SIM students. Speaking of the expenditure you may need to enter the SIM, there's nothing you have to worry or get frustrated about. It has a relatively low tuition fees for both local and foreign students compared with universities in Hong Kong, USA, and Britain. On the other side, the Singapore Science Centre. It was officially opened on 10th of December 1977. It splits into total 6 halls, consisting of an atrium that connects the 6 halls with a Tesla coil show included. Frankly, the tremendous hot trend in the science innovation must be the virtual reality game. In the center, you can either be the pilot in the jet or the passenger on the roller coaster virtually. Speaking of science, apart from gaming, there are also many scientific information, knowledges for us to seek. For instance, there are some marine animals inside the aquarium. Marine animals lovers may find their lovers inside. And in the Hall of Biology, there is an aisle with an array of DNA history boards. Each of them is placed in a chronological order. And if you're passionate towards insects, you just find the right place to visit. The center contains as many types of insects as you can think of, but of course, they are just the specimens. So, science fanatics, do you find your ignition suitable engine as the force to contribute in science through this introduction? Well, you may not because it's only a brief introduction, but you may definitely find something mythical inside it. Finally, thank principal, vice principals, and the teachers from civic, moral, and environmental education and extracurricular activities for giving us this opportunity to join the Singapore student trip. That's all for our sharing. Thanks for listening.